I've been asked about many times is handwriting and cursive writing, and how many people feel like there is a disconnect now where we don't teach the handwriting like we did. So one of the things that you could do while you are on this extended break is teach cursive to your kids. Even kids, you can follow along and watch what I'm doing and work on some cursive at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply show the proper way of doing the alphabet in cursive, and then I'll add some more videos from there. And now you will have to excuse some of the writing because I'm doing it on a digital platform. And so it does look a little more grainy. So we're just going to start with the simple alphabet. So a capital A in cursive looks just like a lowercase a. Lowercase a, you're going to have that tail in the front, and you're going to make a C and come back and return. A B, you're going to go down, trace back up, make your top hump, your bottom hump, and then you create that hook at the end. A lowercase b is kind of like an L, except you're going to have a little bump right there. Okay. A C in capital is just a regular C. In lowercase, you have that tail in the front and a curvature in the back. So that way you can continue your writing. A D, you're going to start at the top, come down, make a swishy tail, a capital D. Lowercase d, that tail in the front, start to make a C, bring it up, and trace it back down. Okay, and E looks like a backwards 3 for a capital E. Lowercase e looks like a miniature L, a slanted E, similar to what we have. And F, start with a tail up, go up, make your top, and trace it to the, or make that tail in the middle. A lowercase f, I love. It's a bunch of, it's two little hoop on top, a hoop on the bottom, and a tail. A G, these are fun to make. So you should be able to see what I did. Hard to explain it. Lowercase g, you're going to have the tail in the front. Start to make a C, connect it, and bring it back up. H is quite fun as well. Make your top and connect to H. Lowercase h starts like an L, but then you connect it. I, you've just got a tail at the beginning. Lowercase I is a tail at the front and a tail at the end. J, capital J, is like a lowercase f, but backwards. Lowercase j, and you put the dot on top. K, like I said, excuse the digital part. Lowercase k has a little hoop, and it looks like a minute, or like a uppercase R, but smaller with a hoop on top. L, these are nice and fun to do too. And uppercase L is just a great big swoop. M, uppercase, looks similar to our regular penmanship. Lowercase, you're going to have 1, 2, 3. Now, this is where mine looks different because you've got that 1 right there. Some people have the M's look like this, and that's okay too. All of those, they have 3 parts to them on top. And N, you're going down and up. And then the lowercase, I do it like this. But again, if you do it like this, that's perfectly fine. It's a preference on the way that your hand works best for you. Okay, an uppercase O has a little, it looks like you're adding hair to a face. A lowercase, you start with that beginning tail, and you do the same thing. An uppercase P, and then a lowercase p. Okay, And uppercase Q looks like a 2 with a tail. So these are the ones when I'm talking to our kids and they make their 2s look like this, I tell them that that's not a 2, that's a Q. So they need to make sure that they're focused on doing a 2 and a Q separate. Okay, and a Q starts like a G, but the tail is in the back. R, uppercase R just has that tail on the top. Lowercase r, okay, and uppercase S, lowercase s, and uppercase T, lowercase t. Okay, and I'm going to give you another page. And uppercase U, lowercase u, and uppercase V, and a lowercase v. Now, this is one that has some differences in it too. Some people have a V that looks like that. Other people have a V that looks like that. So again, that's a preference for you. W, lowercase w, X, lowercase x, a Y, it's an uppercase Y, lowercase y, and then Z I think is a lot of fun. Uppercase Z, lowercase z. So there you go. Give your kids some cursive lessons and have them work on the alphabet first. I'll put some words together for them that they can practice too. But just have some fun teaching your kids things that you learned how to do when you were in school.